Hi everyone! So I've just finished recording the A to Z video and I wanted to do another tag video because I find them really quite fun. But since I don't have Dan to read the questions out, I've got them written down and I'll have to read them myself. This one is just going to be a random questions tag and there is 28 questions. So, number 1. Do you sleep with your wardrobe doors open or closed? I have to have them closed. If they're even the slightest bit open, I get really scared. I scare very easily. My biggest pet peeve. Talking with your mouth open or eating with your mouth open. It drives me mad. A girl I used to be friends with until very recently, she always did it. And the more I told her not to do it, the more she'd do it. It drove me mad. Number 3. Do you dance when there's no music playing? There is always music playing inside my head. So, yes, I do dance when there's no music playing. Number 4. Do you smile for photos? It depends what photos. If I'm taking photos of myself, I refuse to say selfie because they're not selfies. They're just photos of myself for a purpose. Then, yes, I will smile. If somebody is messing about with the camera and want me to smile, then I won't. I'll scowl most of the time. But mostly I do smile, but there is sometimes if you just catch me in an off day, I won't smile, I will scowl. Number 5, favourite movie. I don't really know. I'm looking at my CD rack for inspiration, DVD rack for inspiration, but I have no idea. I don't really have a favourite movie. My favourite movie used to be Moulin Rouge, but now I don't know. Disney movie probably Frozen. Musical probably Phantom of the Opera. And Christmas film probably Muppets Christmas Carol or Flint Street Nativity, but I really don't know. Last person you kissed, Dan. Usual bedtime. My usual bedtime is 10 o'clock. Whether that be on a work day or at the weekend, I will try and be in bed for 10, if not 10:30, but usually no later. Even though today, well, I will say last night, even though it wasn't. It was this morning. I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock. Because I was faffing about trying to do a cover art for YouTube, which is honestly the most frustrating thing to do. And if anybody knows how to do it a simple way, please tell me, because I was struggling for hours. What's your star sign? Mine is Sagittarius, because I was born in December. Ever dyed your hair? Yes, my hair is currently dyed. Even though I am naturally blonde, it's just 2 shades lighter than my natural hair colour. And for the people who knew me in year 9, they know that I dyed my hair pretty much black. It really didn't look good, and when my mum found out, she couldn't bear to see me. She left the house and went on a drive because I just went to a friend's house after school and dyed it. Not good. Oh, and I've also had, when I split up from Dan once, I also had streaks put in my hair. They're the only times I've dyed it. Ever had surgery? Yes, I've had an Achilles tendon lengthening operation. That is the only surgery I've ever had, but I will go into detail on that on another video. More than likely it'll be today. how many languages do you speak? I can speak some French after studying it at Mill Hill. I can speak some Spanish since I go to Spain every year. And that's really it. I can't speak any language fluently. I can't even speak English fluently. And yet I was born here. But yeah. Biggest fears, phobias. I do have mild anxiety. And spiders. I really don't like them. And clowns and what are they called? Mascots. The people that like dress up with the massive like head things. I really don't like them. They're always in Nottingham, and every time I see them I just panic and freeze. Once when we went to Skeggy, there was a Peppa Pig and I froze and Dan had to drag me around this person dressed as Peppa Pig. It was so frightening. I don't like them at all. Number 13. Do you sing in the shower? Yes. If my mum was here, she would tell you that I sing at the top of my lungs, and usually it's Let It Go. And every time I go in the shower, all I hear is don't sing or shut up singing. But that just makes me sing louder. 14. Dream job as a kid. I had a lot. I did want to be a dolphin trainer in Tenerife. I wanted to be a beautician. Then I wanted to be a nail technician, which I still do really want to be. But my main one, and it's been this since I was little, is to be a singer. I really, really, really want that dream to become reality. 15. Do you believe in ghosts? I do. I also live in a haunted house. We've had quite a lot of ghostly experiences here, from hearing scratching to hearing little children laughing to having my chandelier above the camera being moved, and then if you say stop it will stop dead. We've seen ghostly shadows, we've been touched, we've been scratched, we've had a lot. And those of you thinking, well, why don't you move? We've got used to them now. Because yes, sometimes we do get really scared, but we know that they don't mean us any harm. Because we had a spiritualist in, and we've had two actually, and they've both said that the only people here is just a little girl and a little boy, and they only want to play. That's it. They don't want to cause us any harm, and they are sorry when they scare us. They don't mean it. But yeah, we've just got used to them now. 16. First concert. This is really sad because I'm 19 and I like 60s music. It was in fact the Osmonds. And probably people my age group will have no idea who they are. And more than likely it won't be your kind of thing anyway, because I'm just sad. I like anything. And I've only ever been to 3 concerts. The second one was Donny and Marie Osmond, which was like my dream to go and see, and I was second row from the front, and he didn't come to me. He went straight down the side aisles, and I was like, no! And then the third one that I went to see, the third and final one, was Kylie Minogue. That's been my dream to see her since I was a very little kid, and I finally saw her, but we were so far back because we went to Nottingham arena, and I was right at the back of the room. And I was like, is that even her? Is it her? And then I looked on the screens and I was like, yes, it's her. Oh my God. But I wish I could go again and sit a bit closer, because it was a really amazing concert. Number 17. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes, I have. The one I can remember is I used to be really obsessed with Michael Jackson, and after he died, he didn't, but his family released for 1 year a book, and at the back you could buy a charm bracelet, and I saved up to buy it, and then I asked my mama to buy it, to order it for me, and she said that it wasn't available. And on Christmas morning I opened the bracelet. My mama had bought it for me and not told me, and I honestly cried. I'm crying now, which is really sad, but I was over the moon. I couldn't believe it. I've still got it under my bed in a wooden box. I do sometimes wear it, but I'm scared of breaking it because it costs £200, so not gonna wear it very often. 18. Favourite holiday destination? It's got to be Benidorm. I've gone there every year for about 7 years and I still love it. 19. Do you want to get married? Yes, I do. And the only person I want to get married to is Dan. I don't want to get married to anybody else. And hopefully he feels the same way. 20. Favourite colour? Black, purple, turquoise, and red. I love those colours. 21. Favourite season? Strangely, it's winter. And it's winter outside. It's not the cold that I like, it's just the snow. I only like the snow. And it snowed last week and I was over the moon, and then this week there's absolutely no snow. And it's really depressing because it's like January. 22. Tea or coffee? Definitely tea. I can't stand coffee. Even though if I had my way, I'd drink hot chocolate all the time, because I like that even more. 23. Favourite flower? I have 2. Lilies. Not like the blooming ones, the like white ones with the yellow stalk up the middle. I love them. I think they're the symbol of death actually, which is a bit depressing. And I also like roses. I absolutely love roses. Things you can't leave the house without. My phone. Bobby pins. A bobble. A comb. And keys. Even though I always lose my keys, which isn't good. Family nickname. Lid, Lids, Liddy, Tin Ribs. I actually don't know why Tin Ribs came about. No, I don't know. And my mama calls me Tiddlemouse and Sweet Pea. And I'm sure there is a few more, but I can't remember them now. Short Arse. That's the other one. Even though none of my family can talk because they're all small. How did you get your YouTube username? I actually wrote down a load. And let me just show you. Hold on a minute. I wrote down a lot. And then I tried to decide which one I wanted to use and I couldn't decide, so I asked Dan, and he chose Queen Elsa of Arendelle. And I was like, but what if I don't like Frozen this time in a year? What am I going to do? And he said, well, why don't you put Better in Blue? And I was like, but that sounds really boyified. Then I was like, I'll do Pretty Little Green Eyes because I have green eyes. I'm little and Dan's always saying I'm pretty. So that's where that came from. What advice would you give your younger self and why? Don't bitch. That's one of the reasons I got bullied. Because when I was a lot younger than when I got bullied, I used to bitch about everybody for every little thing. But even though everybody else did it, it all bounced back on me. So I tell my young self, don't bitch. Don't take anything for granted. And just make the most of your childhood because it's gone. It's gone in a flash. I'm 20 this year and it doesn't seem 5 minutes since I was 7. So don't take anything for granted. Final question, 28. If you know Vampire Diaries, you'll know this. But if you don't know it, these are characters. Delena or Stelena? I am Delena all the way. But actually, if I could ship any characters, it'd be Damon and Catherine. So it'd be Dathryn. Elena is really annoying, so I'd prefer Catherine. But Damon, yeah, he's got to win the girl. So yeah, they are my 28 random questions tag. Thank you for watching, and I will more than likely be back in a little while with another tag. So until then, bye.